Hi everybody, Brenna Baucum, Collective Wealth Planning, here with your April check-in. Let's talk about Social Security. Lately there has been a lot of noise, proposals, changes, plenty of headlines. I know that it's raising concerns for many of you, so let's take a moment to sift through the noise, figure out what really matters. So here's what we do know. The Social Security Trust Fund is projected to be depleted by 1933. If Congress doesn't act, that could mean a reduction of about 20% in benefits starting in less than a decade. This is not new news, but it is becoming more urgent. What is new are some big changes at the Social Security Administration. The agency, like many federal agencies, is cutting jobs, 7,000 to be exact, bringing its staffing to a 50-year low and closing several field offices. At the same time, they're implementing stricter identity verification rules. So starting yesterday, March 31st of 2025, if you can't verify your identity online using the My Social Security area, you have to go in person to a field office. And with fewer offices and less staff, time is going to be long. The wait time is going to be long. This shift is meant to combat fraud, but it's creating real barriers, especially for older adults, people with disabilities, or those of you who live in rural areas. And when someone can't access their benefits, the consequences can be pretty serious. Missed prescription coverage, delayed income, medical emergencies, the list goes on and on. So here's what's still up in the air. We don't yet know how these changes will impact long-term access or whether Congress will step in to provide more funding or staff. There's also some conflicting statements from political leaders, some saying benefits aren't going to be touched, while others are floating changes that could reduce or privatize the system altogether. And just to add to it, with the repeal of the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset, or GPO, while that's a win for a lot of public sector retirees, it adds another layer of cost and complexity to a system that's already under strain. So we are still waiting on clear guidance about how and when those changes are going to be fully implemented. So with all of this outside of our control, what is inside our control? What can we do about it? So we can't control that policy, but we can plan around it. So I'm working with a lot of my client families right now to stress test their financial plan, where we model scenarios showing Social Security benefits either reduced or delayed. It's not about fear. And it's not about leaning into that fear. It's about building flexibility and resilience into your plan. So we're looking at how these other income sources that we might have access to, like pensions and investments and part-time work, can help to fill any gaps that we might find. A comprehensive financial plan brings clarity when everything else feels uncertain. It helps you to see the full picture and what you can count on, what might shift, and how you might adapt. If you're feeling uncertain or you want to just double check how your plan would hold up if Social Security changes, please don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, on to the resources that I've created and curated for you over the past few weeks. To read, you can review our latest blog on the stability of the Oregon PERS pension program. This is a question I get from a lot of my clients, so I summarized my thoughts, similarly to how I introduced this video actually, what we know, what's pending, and a focus on what we do have control over. To listen, a couple of my friends were recent guests on the Inspired Money podcast, where they discuss our emotions and our cognitive biases and how they impact our investment decisions. It's a really wonderful conversation that provides a lot of great perspective particularly during this period of market volatility that we're in. To watch, you can check out our invitation to a free event here in Salem later this month, and I'll link to it up here. I am proud to serve as co-presenter during this estate and financial planning seminar on April 23rd right here in Salem. It will be most useful to those of you who are mid-career and older looking to make the most of your financial plan. As always, I invite your comments and your feedback, and I share gratitude for your ongoing support. If there's anything I can do to support you on your financial journey, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'll see you in May.